Hmm. I could have sworn I turned that off. All right, man. Let's look at this. Let's look at it. Hmm. Hey, yo, what's up, Alfred? How you doing this morning? I'm doing fine. They got you in at work, or do they observe President's Day as a federal holiday? Ah, shit. Hey, what's up, Cave Trader? Yeah. So, I guess Ninja Trader kind of fixed the issue, but they don't have any candles before 9 o'clock last night rendered on the chart. So I don't understand why that had to happen. There's a lot of good setups that happened last night that I was not a part of. But I guess it is what it is, right? But silver's not necessarily moving, but I am in this position on gold. And dude, I really don't know what Top Step really thought. I'm up $70. If I was, this would have been a winning trade right here. I was literally in no drawdown. I got it. Actually came back to my break even actually and dropped, which is interesting. But I mean, I got in at the rejection of this candle, or yeah, I got in at the rejection of the 21 EMA here. It actually comes back and then finally get that move down. And I'm only up 11 points, or at the high, at the peak, I was up 117 points in gold, which I might go back to gold. Well, I haven't left gold. I may go back and focus on gold again in my, well, I'm already doing that now. Because I'm kind of torn. I was torn between, should I trade silver in my Tradeify account, the actual mini, or should I just rock it out with gold? But last night when I was thinking about it and talking about it, I decided that I'll just stick with silver on Top Step and I'll stick with gold on Tradeify. They finally moved me to a Tradeify or a Tradeovate account. I thought I had until the end of the month to stay in that that Project X account, and they just switched me over. So now I got a Tradeify account that I'm gonna have to exhibit some restraint. I'm just gonna have to accept the one loss because there's nothing that's gonna stop me from telling myself, yeah, I can probably get another good trade in, get my money back if I lose it. So Tradeovate needs to hurry up and drop them risk settings and stop playing. Yeah. This is your office week? Oh, shit. So that means that you're not gonna be able to get I mean, I guess you can trade, but it just probably won't be the best thing to do. Well, gold is not moving, silver is not moving. Let's look at the Nasdaq and see what the Nasdaq is doing. All right, so the Nasdaq is moving. Okay. Wow, look at this move. All right, let me look at the Nasdaq. Okay. Interesting. Mm. Mm. I think we do see a break of that low on the Nasdaq though. This is the hourly chart. That is a massive hourly candle. You got price breaking structure to the downside right there. We got price breaking this low, breaking that low. I guess we'll see if the market is going to try to break this low. I think we talked about this last night. Mm. We covered this. Mm. All right, well, let's see. I mean, what are the odds? No, I mean that's a massive hourly candle. What are the odds? What are the odds? Okay. Mm. Mm. I mean, you kind of. I'm always doing something. Hmm. Hey, yo, what's up, investors? You. Hmm. Okay. So it seems like all the instruments that we were trading this morning, silver, gold, and Nasdaq, are all moving like senior citizens this morning. Now we have 8 more days on the March contract with silver. That's interesting. But I mean, well, I guess we are trading on low liquidity this morning. As you can see, oh shit, look at that drop. Yeah, as you can see, we are not trading with not. It seems like the only, well, I guess that is a little bit light for the Nasdaq, but it's the only instrument right now that's over $200,000 of contracts being traded this morning. So looks like we're gonna probably be in for a choppy ride until the session closes. We do have an early close this morning, so if you weren't able to find anything overnight where the volatility was at its highest, we might be in some struggle trades this morning if we can find some. Yeah. Well, you know, usually, well, I guess before. All right, so we just got the. All right, never mind. The orb isn't completed yet. We got 2 more minutes into the orb. In the past, during these low volume sessions, we just had the market grind to the upside. Shit, the only position I'm in right now is that, you know, I actually been in this gold play for, I think, since this morning. I think I got into this thing around like 7:30ish this morning. Up 15 points, 14 points on gold right now. And, you know, the crazy thing is like, even though I'm up 15 points on gold, like, look how much money I'm only up $160, which is insane. If I want to make some decent money on gold, you know, I have to hold this thing. I mean, I guess if I continue to trade gold, I guess I could have like a 200 point stop. If I had like a 270 tick stop, I would lose $270 if that ever came and hit my stop. But which is insane. Hey, what's up, Tony Gold? We covered this last night, but I may actually get the crypto account from Tradeify, and we could start trading Bitcoin on this channel. I mean, what else is there to trade? Ah, shit. Oh shit. Ah, damn. That is nasty. That is absolute nastiness. I know, Tony, you said that, are you still in this trade? Are you still holding it, Tony? I know Tony said that he was short and he was looking for 59 on Bitcoin. Unless, hold on, is this the right one? Hold on, is this the right one? Okay. That's disgusting. I'm glad just, well, shit, yeah, well, you took some drawdown, but man, you're back in business. You said that's how you trade gold? You used a wide stop with 1 micro to aim for 1K? Wow. All right, so you go for like 150 points on gold? Wow. That's impressive. I don't even go for that much. I mean, I'm casually up 180 ticks on a position that I just took. You know, I mean, that's what's so crazy about you know, sometimes where you just take trades and they work. But then when you're in an eval or you're in a funded account or something like that, or you're on your last day, trades like this, like, dude, I'm literally up 18 points. And if you know gold, this is not normal. So just being casually up 18 points right now, it's like, wow, you know? Wow. All right. I took little to no drawdown in this move, which is insane. Yeah, I only took, so this position only had 17 ticks of drawdown and I'm up. Wow. 17 ticks. All right, so we have a small orb on the Nasdaq. It's pretty small. It's not really a big orb. Honestly, it's so small. It's kind of hard to trust, honestly. Let me actually just draw the box. So 24777. Gosh, I don't even think it'll work actually. 24777. Seven, 10, 25. 7, 10, 25. Okay. So this is the orb. Okay. So let's see let's see what happens at the 50% here, if I can get it. All right. See what happens at the 50% right here. Just do it. Yeah. Don't hurt none. So. Okay. All right. So, you know, the way this thing is looking, it probably will. I'll probably get stopped out on this. The way this thing is looking, I don't want to give it I really don't want to give it 27 ticks actually. I really don't. But we'll see. We'll see what happens here. So I mean, we are seeing that initial rejection at the 50% of the orb, but oh wow. Actually, okay, so I just looked at my other chart. This actually may not even work. This actually may not work. So actually, I'll just give this like 36 ticks, actually. I'll give it 36 ticks. This one is more likely to work. This one is probably likely to fail. I mean, we probably might get a rejection here, but yeah, I think this one is probably likely to fail. Because I just looked at my higher time frame chart and it just bounced from previous support. So yeah, that one might fail. But you know, honestly, I think this range right here, this could literally be like a gimme trade. I would have this range right here marked out on your chart on the Nasdaq. So let's we got 5 minutes to the algo. Hopefully this top of the hour algo, this 9 o'clock algo would yeah, man. How that shit is. Two-legged pullback into resistance. We could see a move back to the 50%, but a move all the way back down here is highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely. We'll probably see the market bounce at that 50% right there. All right, so we got a beautiful entry right here. Beautiful entry. Like I said, I highly doubt that it comes all the way back down here. It's probably going to bounce at that 50% of the orb. Okay. Wow. I'm up 20 points right now, or probably more than that on gold right now. Wow. A random, well, it's not random. A technical entry right now. And and I'm up 20 points. Mm. 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 Actually, you know what? Where's my journal at? My journal. Oops. Mm. Nasdaq, no swiping. Nasdaq, no swiping. Nasdaq, no swiping. Yeah, that does look like a lot, doesn't it? Hmm. What I was trying to do here, I guess the Nasdaq did give me a real opportunity to do so. I was waiting for the Nasdaq to at least kind of go underneath my break even, and what I wanted to do here was actually reduce my risk on this move, because it's right now the Nasdaq isn't doing what I wanted to do at this level. So it looks like the bears are struggling. I don't like that. So I wanted to actually close this, but mm, for at least a break even trade. Well, this is not Nasdaq is not the metals. I guess it doesn't necessarily have to, follow that rule. Okay. Well, What you looking at? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Hmm. Damn, Nasdaq. I mean, shit, you playing with it right now. What are you trying to do? Okay. If I don't see it, okay. Dang. Okay. If I don't see the rejection right here, I'm gonna reduce my risk. Okay, so this is what I wanted to kind of see. If we see a strong, reduce my risk to a probably above that candle, probably 36 ticks. I think we can get to at least a 50% of this. I think we can get to at least a 50%. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. I kind of want to do. I kind of want to reduce my risk, but I kind of want to see a breaker structure of this low right here. I want price to break this low because I know that. I mean, I've seen this so often that the market comes to these lows, they kind of swipe it and then they bounce. There it goes. Okay. There it is. All right. There goes the bounce. There goes the bounce. All right. Yeah, trading the Nasdaq, this kind of price action is just not for me. Not anymore. Just not anymore. I'm more surprised. Well, the reason why I took this initial entry right here is because this is where the market breaks structure. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to tell on these. Well, actually, let me go to a 2000 tick chart. It's easier to see, I think. Where is that at? So there was a low at 24.77. And this is why I can't use these charts to chart. I'm looking at my NinjaTrader chart. I'm like, where's this low at? So yeah, I think it's right there, 27 or 771. 771. No, I apologize. I don't know what the hell's going on to me this morning. So there was a range between 285 and 771. $285 and 771. And I took the 50% of that range. So yeah, you can kind of see it. There's a little range right there. The market breaks out from the range. This is the market's first attempt to come back into the range. We get the break. And I expected for the market participants in this area that was long and that held would, as soon as we get to break even, they would sell out of their positions. And I guess initially we did see that. Initially we saw the market participants try to sell it here. But I mean, of course, it's the Nasdaq, so it has to be all extra and do this shit before we see the continuation down. But like I said, I really think that we'll probably see the market try to bounce somewhere in this 50% of the orb. But I guess we'll see. I mean, if the market does complete this rotation, if it continues to rotate lower and takes out this low, we definitely have a lot of room for downside if it does take out that low. On the Nasdaq, we could potentially see this thing go all the way down to potentially 665. Another one is 630, 625. And we can actually see it take out that low from last week. And we could probably get to about 555 or something like that. A range between 555 and 535. But I guess we have to take it one step at a time. It first has to take out this low right there, because this is not necessarily a real low. You can see that this is a pivot. So I mean, if price comes back and tries to double bottom here, it's highly likely that it's going to flush, because there's no range. There's no range here. There's no real support. There's no consolidation. It's just a pivot. They're going back and forth between. All right, so okay. Wow. Wow, I was up 30 points in this move. Wow. A random entry up 30 points. Crazy. Oh, I gotta stop calling it random. It was a technical entry that netted me about 30 points, which is crazy. It's crazy to think about. because we damn near get perfect entries sometime, and the most that a leg would be is probably what, 13, 15 points before a pullback. So for a technical entry, just to net about 30 points in one direction with no real pullback, if you're a gold trader, you know that's saying something. Okay. Yo, congratulations on that, Cave Trader. My boy Cave Trader got his first payout from Traderfy. Congratulations, bro. Did you take it on Nasdaq? You take it on gold? Which one did you take it on? Oh, you trade only MNQ? Okay. Where'd you enter at? Where's your entry? All right, so we're coming up to that 50%. We'll see what happens. We'll see if they try to bounce it. If not, if they take it past that 50%, I think I should be good for this target, but we'll see. Yeah, give it up to our boy, Cave Trader. Next stop, Payout City. And Traderfy is really good with their payouts. Okay, so all right, so we're getting the reaction at the 50%. If you have multiple contracts and you're a shaver, I would definitely take some off right there. I would definitely take some off, but it does look like it still has more room for downside. But we could see a bounce here. We could. It's a Nasdaq. 760 short. And so you were short. Okay, so you took the short at this range, huh? So, well, is it safe to assume that you just took the short at this range right here? Okay, so we're getting past that 50%. Okay, looks like or at least for right now. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens. I really won't be surprised if the Nasdaq just does a random 180 and run all the way back to my break even. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, after the bounce. Oh, so you shorted it out as it was coming back down. Okay. Good shit. Man, it's tough for the silver traders today because silver's not moving right now. It's a song and dance for silver over. I may have to consider it. I may have to. I may have to consider. I have to consider it, man. Silver's getting to the point to where it don't even move anymore. I mean, they've beaten silver down so much that all silver has done all session was trading a range. I mean, we had a few breaker structures here and there, but if you weren't in front of your charts, you missed them. All right, so we're getting past that 50%. You can see that the bulls tried to buy it here on the Nasdaq. They tried to buy it and they failed. Actually, I might be cheating myself here. Actually, I'm gonna go to 875 for right now. No, I probably might be cheating myself right there. I might be cheating myself. I think I'll do 75. I'll do 775 for right now. 775. Because the way, I mean, the hourly on this thing was definitely bearish. It was super bearish on the hourly. So, Nah, Cave Trader. Hey, yo, lock in that payout, man. Lock that payout in, man. Lock it in. Don't allow that demon, the devil on your shoulder, to tell you to get some more. You got enough. You got enough for the payout. Get the payout. Get the payout. That's right. Always take the payout. Don't go in there and get more. It never ends well. It does not end well. It never does. I've already shared plenty of stories of me going in and getting some more after locking in the payout and beating myself up because I lose the entire thing. Every time I do that shit, what was that song? Everybody in the club get tipsy. Hey, mommy. Anyway, so the verse in the song, it says, "Bitch, give it back now, you don't get none." Every time I do that shit, that's what I think about. And when I don't take profits or I get greedy, it's like, oh, you don't want it? Bitch, give it back now, you don't get none. But yeah. Don't give it back, bro. Yeah, that's definitely true. Yep. Everybody in the club get tips. Bitch, give it back now, you don't get none. I'm asking if a shake coming with them fries. If so, baby, can I get it supersized? All right. So it looks like, honestly, I will say that I actually managed this position pretty well. I think I did a really good job managing this position. And that's growth. That's growth. Yeah, that's real growth. Because originally I had a 108 tick target, which price never really came close to. Or I'm sorry, I had a 108 tick stop. Once I saw that the market wasn't reacting the way I expected it to, at the level where we saw the breaker structure of the range, I allowed it to pop up. It came back down. I was reducing my stop. It literally missed me by like a tick right here. Like literally almost missed me by a tick. Or not almost, it actually did miss me by a tick. Or maybe it did touch this order, but sometimes Top Step doesn't fill orders, in which in this case, okay, so yeah, it actually missed me by a tick here. The high of this candle is 97.50. My stop was at 97.75. So it literally missed me by a tick. And as the market was going down, I was reducing my stop. So it went from 108 ticks to about 36. And I just managed it from there, and it was able to catch this move. I mean, this 50% is still in play. Still in play. And for those that's just joining us, if you're just joining, this box right here represents the morning orb, the 15-minute orb. So this is the orb, and this blue line right here is the 15-minute orb. Or I mean, I'm sorry, it's the 50% of the 15-minute orb. So we got the breakout from it. We had market participants try to buy it from this level, and we're seeing them fail. We got both of the short term and the medium term EMA slope to the downside. We have the long term EMA slope to the downside. So we could see this thing just continue to push down. Kind of going back to our gold play. I mean, I would highly doubt if the market comes all the way down here, but at the same time, if this thing hits my 720 tick target here on gold, I would not know how to feel about that. Normally I wouldn't shoot for this many ticks, but at the same time, I got 720 ticks on one micro, and if I had one mini, it would be $7,200. And I mean, just thinking about that is just mind blowing. I'm literally up $830 on 6 micro contracts, which is kind of insane to me. It's kind of insane. You said you stay in more trades that way? I do agree with you, Cave Trader. I definitely agree with you. If this was my personal account, this will probably be the way that I would trade. But because we have objectives to meet, I would just hate the fact that I made 720 ticks on one micro when I could have gotten the job done with at least 5 or a full mini. I would hate that. And I don't believe it's a secret or nothing. I mean, with the objectives, with the goals attached to these evals, that kind of adds an extra layer to trading. Nobody's not going to trade a $2,000 account the way that it's supposed to be traded with a $3,000 profit goal. Potentially it could take you the entire month if you trade it correctly. And what I mean by correctly, if you trade with the proper risk, the proper contracts that you would be able to trade with the $2,000 account and grow it over time, it could potentially take you 30 days to meet the goal. But then I guess since the game is to get a payout as fast as possible, I mean, nobody's not doing that. Or the majority of everybody is not doing it. I mean, I know I'm not doing it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, just leave it open. Mm. Hey, what's up, Santiago? Yeah, I mean, that is definitely true. That's kind of why, even though I hate it with silver, I'm kind of glad that Top Step did that. A part of me is glad that they did it because 27 ticks is, I mean, I feel like it's all you need, but how many times have we seen the market come up exactly 27 ticks sometimes and stop me out and then go in my direction? Now that I have a 54 tick stop, I mean, shit, if I get stopped out, I am completely wrong. Completely wrong. Trading with one contract has definitely switched up how I trade. It's eliminated a lot of setups that I would normally take because it's just enough or it has the possibility of getting the 72 ticks that I would need. But now I need 144 ticks at a minimum. And there's only a few setups that's going to get me 144 ticks in one direction without a pullback. And those are those pullbacks all the way into like super resist or super support or super resistance. So it's just one of those things where it's like, well, I have an absolution trade now, but on the other side of that, I have to wait for it. I have to watch the market actually go at a previous level that I would trade at, the 72 ticks, and then bounce up, hit my entry like right here. Like as an example in silver, let's just say that this is an area where, you know, the 50% of a range, I can just get a quick 72 tick base hit, make the money that I need and lock out. And I don't care what the market does after that. But now I have to watch the market reject at the 50% of the range, hit an old target, bounce right back up, swipe out all the liquidity, go to the range, and then I can, you know, take this trade right here. Even though this is the Nasdaq, I'm just demonstrating. Actually, let me see if I can actually find it on silver. The trade that I now have to look for. So I have to kind of look for okay. All right, well, if I wasn't able to find a trade in the accounts, I would have to lock them all up. And look at that great trade on the Nasdaq, man. That's a great trade. That is a great trade. Beautiful trade on the Nasdaq. Oh, did I get? Oh, actually, I didn't get filled on gold. But anyway, so I would have to look for. You see, like how the market pulls all the way back into the range. This will be a great example of what I'm talking about. The market breaks structure right here. The market pulls back into this range, and I would have to actually wait for this when I would normally trade this. And it's always a debate of where I should get in right here. If I should get in at the middle of the range, should I get in at the top of the range? I'm not going to ever get in at the, well, let me rephrase that. It's rare that I get in at a bottom of a range. It's rare that I get in at a bottom of a range because sometimes it'll kind of miss my target So it's rare. I mean, the first trade will always be that 50% of the range. And if I don't feel comfortable, I would always trade at the top of that range at least. But sometimes the dilemma that I have to go through, and it seems like it's always a dilemma with the metals. If I want to get in the trade, then I need to trade at the 50%. If I want to get most out of the move, I should trade the top. But sometimes, as you can see right here, we didn't even get the top. Actually, it actually missed the 50% right there too. It actually missed it. Interesting. So actually, it would have missed me at the 50%. And it would have missed me again at the top of this range. But now, because I have to go for 144 ticks, now all I can do is trade the 50% of this range. And you can see that if I took the 50% of that range, I would have got all the money. So I'm kind of glad that Top Step is now forcing me to trade with one contract, because now all I have to do is wait for this. I don't have to worry about this. I can just wait for this. And I guess I can kind of build on this, because if I can get 144 ticks just by being more patient up here, then I guess whenever they lessen the restriction, I can get, 2 contracts up here and just wait for this trade and then just make more money. But like I said, sometimes this trade doesn't come. In this situation, in this situation, the setup presented itself, and I'm glad that it showed itself so I can get an example of what I was talking about. But this setup is always going to happen. It's just, are you going to be lucky enough for the market to fill you and then go down enough to fill the target? And that was my dilemma with this trade. But all right, so we go back to gold. Oh, I know this thing didn't fill the target. I know that. This thing better stop playing. Oh no, did they switch the they switched the gold contract. Or no, what? Where's my position at? I know it did not fill my order. I know this thing did not just fill. I know it didn't fill my order. Where's my position? Oh, okay, there it is. I was like, dude, where the hell is that? Wow. Okay. So I know I didn't just get 720 ticks in this one move, but okay. All right, so let's see what the Nasdaq is doing. All right, so the Nasdaq right now is trying to find support at a previous range from last week. They're trying to find support at this range. This is the range that is trying to hold. So actually, let me try to draw it out. 15. This is the range that they're trying to hold right now. You can see that it literally bounced at the bottom of that range. So it bounced at the bottom of this range. This is where we saw that push, and it looks like now they're trying to hold. But I think what probably might happen here is if we do see a bounce, we'll probably get the market to try to reject at the 50% of that orb. We'll see. Or we'll see price push right through it. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Daughter trying to be a terrorist this morning. Okay. All right. Wow. 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 Actually, we might actually see a bounce here on gold. We actually might see a recovery here on gold, probably all the way back up to 512. We could potentially. Especially if we see price push past. If we see price push past this, we're going to see a stop run. We're going to see a stop run above those highs. And we could potentially see price come into a range between 512 and 510. 512 and 510. All right. So let's see if we actually see this stop run and if it comes back into this range right here. And then potentially bears may come back into this range for a continuation down, or potentially the bounce at this level right here. We'll see. We'll see on gold. Mm. Hold on. Relax. Okay. 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 Well. Man. Mm. 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 You know, the one thing that I noticed right off the bat is this dark pool level is right on top of this gamma level, and price is just kind of sitting there waiting. I guess these are the boring markets that they talk about. The markets that you have to try to avoid. The markets that some people would just to try to take a trade just to do something. I mean, so far during this morning session, you only had so many opportunities to get a decent move without any pullbacks, going in one direction. I mean, we got this breaker structure at about 7:47 is when this candle opened or closed or whatever, or I guess formed. Yeah, so about 7:47. And this candle, every candle represents 2,000 ticks or 2,000 transactions. So you can just really tell that it took the market, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's already 10,000 transactions for this small move to happen. All right, so it looks like we're getting that rejection at that level on gold. We're getting the rejection from there. Guess yeah, it really depends on how it looks. I mean, dude, if it doesn't have the room to do what you needed to do, then you just have to look for the next trade for sure. It just doesn't have the room to do it. Shit. This right here would have been an area that I probably would have taken right here if I saw the break. It's about like a 9-point move to the downside from that area. If we see a break, I think we could potentially see a move all the way. I think we could potentially see a move all the way down to about 972. We could potentially see a move all the way down here before we see a potential bounce back into this area right here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. If the market breaks this low, 990. 990, 87, 8. Okay. So if the market breaks past this low, we could potentially see a move here, and then the market find resistance somewhere in this area. Somewhere in that range right there. Okay. Yeah, it kind of looks like the market here on the Nasdaq is trying to find support in this range right here. At least they're trying, but okay. That's interesting. Okay. This is the hourly chart, and it does look like looks like the bulls did find support in that area right there. Or at least they're making an attempt to bounce from this range right here. And that does look real in the hourly. We might actually see a seller failure right here. Actually, the bear has already kind of failed already. You can see that we got that strong push from the highs from that range. They pulled back to the EMA. This is the first attempt to push off. This is the second attempt that they tried to push off. And now we're about to see the seller failure. We're going to probably see a stop run going higher now. If they don't hold this area right here, this can easily go back to my entry and stop me out. Easily. And it, honestly, if I'm going to be realistic here, that's kind of probably what's going to happen here. So if you're in this short and you haven't taken profits, I would definitely put my stop in the profit somewhere, or take some of this off if you haven't already. Yeah, okay. There it goes. All right. I mean, like I said, it's kind of all right. There it goes. If you don't see a rejection here, we're definitely going back into that range. I mean, it's highly unlikely that the market rejects here. I mean, the structure is not even set up for it. guess it really depends, man. I mean, if it stays there, I mean, I'll leave this here. But I guess it really depends because that's, and then, but it does go to the 50%. Yes, and that's the drop. I mean, if it comes back up, and that's, I mean, I guess it could work, but it just might not be enough room for it to work. I mean, let's just see, it might not be enough room for it to work. And this thing's about to travel all the way back to my break even, but yeah, this thing is going to shoot up for sure. It's definitely going to shoot up. It's highly unlikely that we see a strong rejection right here. Yeah. You know, I find it very interesting when it's interesting that I was able to kind of see this technical pattern right here. And honestly, this entry right here would have been perfect. This would have been a perfect entry because this is a 2-try failure. This is a technical pattern. And you can see that all the bears are getting stopped out. And if you were scalping this, or if you had like a heavy position, little to no drawdown, and the market is about to make its way right back up. Yeah, Rise is pretty cool, man. I like the fact that it doesn't take a percentage of the money that you worked for. Top Step takes a percentage when you take the payout, and then Wise takes another small percentage before they send it to your account. Yeah, it's pretty fast. Tradeify is pretty fast at paying out too. And then if this is your first payout, they're going to ask you to complete several tasks. Or when I did it, they were offering a 25K Lightning account if you complete several tasks, send the screenshots, and send it over to them. I guess they liked mine so well, or so they must have really liked mine, because they actually sent me 2 free 25 Lightning K accounts. So I thought that was pretty cool. And to be completely transparent, all I did was just talk about my experience, and I guess they must have. I guess that's what they want you to say. Just talk about how fast the payouts were, how reliable, or how much trust you have in Tradeify when it comes to being paid out, and that you'll continue to do business with them. And that's basically all I said. And they gave me 2. So. So yeah, if you complete those tasks, then you can get a free 25K Lightning account. Just putting that out there. But yeah, you have to, if I remember correctly, you have to make a video. They'll send you a link to where you have to record yourself talking about your experience. You have to put a review on Trustpilot, and you have to I think there's like a prop firm match website or something like that they want you to put a review on as well. You have to sign up for, and I think that's it. And then you have to also be subscribed to Tradeify's channel. You show screenshots of all of that, and they'll send a 25K Lightning account your way on your first payout. All right, so I guess we are seeing that rejection from that 50% orb right there. Look at that. It must be because the market is on low liquidity that the Nasdaq is being somewhat nice. Somewhat nice. I mean, the market is in this big downtrend, so anything. I don't know. I mean, we look at these hourly candles; they're like super bearish. The bulls did try to buy it at the bottom. I mean, it looked like they were going to at least push it higher, but I think because it's low liquidity, we're not seeing it. But yeah, congratulations on that, Investor Z. Yeah, it's nice to be able to get your money real quick and just lock up, and then you can kind of just go about your day, trade for fun if that's, or trade for entertainment if that's what you're looking for. Every pop is a short opportunity. Yeah. Yeah, it seemed like that's exactly what's happening here. Every time the market pops up into a previous area, I'm not going to sit here and say that the bears are wasting no time, but they're definitely holding these areas. So I guess I'll give that to them. You said Lucid's website is down? Really? Oh, fucking leave it. Eternal sadness. I was able to pull it up, Cave Trader. What are you seeing on your side? I'm able to pull it up. You know, I need to get like this, man. I need to get like this, man. 200 and almost $250,000 in P&L. I need to get like this. Days traded 24 days. He made $210 in 24 days and 1,900 trades. Interesting. Interesting. You thinking about getting another a Lucid account, Cave Trader? Oh shit! Hey Tony, you should have said something. You should have said you posted in the chat. So this is something that this is the position that Tony Gold is in right now. Oh wow! Congratulations on that silver. Oh, this is Solana. He's up. Wow, 1,500 ticks. So on Bitcoin, dang, shit, good job. He's up 224,000 ticks. Bitcoin. Yeah, we're definitely going to get a cryptocurrency account. We're definitely going to get one. He said Lucid. He said their Discord. I mean, I'm looking at their site. It's up. All right, but it may have been down. I don't know. Major announcement, technical announcements. Yeah, I guess it's only for some people. Like how Ninja Trader was only working for some people last night. Like how Ninja Trader was only working for some people last night. I wasn't one of those people. I had to sit there and, well, I mean, like I said, even if I wouldn't have been able to trade. So I guess it doesn't really bother me because silver wasn't really moving last night. And gold was moving, but my Tradify account, they need to fix it. Because I guess... Actually, let me see if they actually sent me something back regarding them fixing that. Man, that sucks. That sucks. That sucks. I do all that work on gold for over the weekend. I'm confident that I'll be able to capture some really good entries, and I can't even trade it. All right. All right, so we got that break of structure above that area that I was looking for. We'll see. We'll see if the market comes into this area in short. We'll see if it comes into this area in short. This is where we got the market. This is a V bottom. The bears was able to break structure to the downside. So I wonder if gold is going to probably do the same thing. Well, actually, this is the same setup that happened on Nasdaq. Actually, this is the same thing. V bottom back into the area. But I mean, it did reject, but I mean, it did break through. So I mean, I guess we'll see. Oh, actually, no. I'm misremembering that. This is the same exact thing. V bottom. We got a break of the range, and so I guess the first test, we'll see what happens. We'll see if gold is going to stay within this range, if we're going to see a rejection, or if we're going to see a pop higher, just like the Nasdaq, and then we'll drop. Well, no. The story of the defiance is well known. I have found the primitive planet. It's Earth. The anti-life equation is called invisible. And it be true that you All right. Well, I got a couple more minutes, but we'll see if let's see what happens. We'll see what happens here. Mm. The only difference. That situation is me. Okay. All right, guys. That's gonna be it for me today. We were able to get 2 good moves on Nasdaq and gold. So I mean, there's really nothing to complain about. It just sucks that it was just completely slow. And earlier in the session, oh shit. On this, the Nasdaq came back and stopped. Wow. And the Nasdaq actually came back and stopped me out. Man. Hold on. Did I get stopped out of this? Okay, I was about to say, I was like, no, I didn't. All right. I was like, dude, there's no way the Nasdaq actually came back and stopped me out. Okay. But all right, guys, yeah. I'm out of time for this session. I do appreciate everybody that joined me today. We'll definitely come back later on tonight, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out.